This novel tells the story of two migrant workers, George and Lenny, who have been dropped off a vast miles away from the California farm where they will start work. George is a small, black man with a sharp, strong feature. Lenny, his partner, and his opponent, a giant man with a shapeless face. Thirsty, the two stop at a clearing by the pool and decide to camp for the night. As the two spoke, it became clear that Lenny had an intellectual disability and was very devoted to George and depended on him for protection and guidance. George discovered that Lenny, who liked to pet soft objects but often killed them accidentally, had carried and thrown carcasses of rats. George angrily threw it away, afraid that Lenny might catch the disease from the dead animal. George complains loudly that his life will be easier without having to take care of Lenny, but readers find their friendship and devotion mutually beneficial. He and Lenny share a dream of buying their own plot of land, farming, and much to Lenny's delight, raising rabbits. George ends the evening by treating Lenny with stories he often tells him about what life is like in such a beautiful place. The next day, the men report to a nearby farm. George, fearful of how the boss would react to Lenny, insisted he would talk. He lied, explaining that they have traveling together because they were cousins, and that a horse kicked Lenny on the head when he was a child. They are employed. They meet Candy, an old swamper or handyman with a missing hand and ancient dog, and Curly, the boss of mean-spirited son. Curly was recently married, possessive of his flirtatious wife, and full of jealousy. When George and Lenny are alone in the bunkhouse, Curly's wife shows up and teases them. Lenny thinks she is pretty, but George, sensing the trouble that could come from tangling with this woman and her husband, wants Lenny to stay away from her. Soon, the brothers return from the field from lunch, and George and Lenny meet Slim, a skilled donkey driver who held great authority on the farm. Slight comments about the rarity of such friendship between George and Lenny. Carson, another bride, suggests that since Slim's dog has just given birth, they should offer Candy the puppy and should Candy useless old dog. The next day, George confessed to Slim that he and Lenny are not cousins, but have been friends since childhood. He told how Lenny got them into trouble all the time. For example, they were forced to leave their job because Lenny tried to touch a woman's dress and was accused from rape. Slim agreed to give Lenny one of the puppies, and Carlson continued to urge Candy to kill her old dog. When Slim agreed with Carlson, saying that would be a delightful relief for suffering animals, Candy gave up. Carlson, before letting the dog out, promised to do the job painlessly.
Slim goes to the pond to do some work, and Curly, who is maniacally searching for his wife, heads to the pond to accost Slim. Candy overhears Churchy and Lenny discussing their plans to buy land, and offers his life saving if they will let him live there too. The three make a pact to let no one else know of their plan. Slim returned to the bunkhouse, berating Curly for his suspicions. Curly, searching for an easy target for his anger, finds Lenny and picks a fight with him. Lenny crushes Curly's hand in the altercation. Slim warns Curly that if he tries to get Churchy and Lenny fired, he will be the laughing stock of the farm. The following evening, most of the men went to the local brothel. Lenny is left with outlaws, the lonely hands of the package and candy. Curly's wife dismissed them, refusing to leave until another man come home. She noticed the cuts on Lenny's face and suspected that she, and not part of the machine as Curly claimed, was responsible for hurting her husband. This thought comforted him. The next day, Lenny accidentally kills the puppy in the canal. Curly's wife came in and comforted him. She admits that living with Curly was a disappointment and hopes that she has followed her dream of becoming a movie star. Lenny tells her that she likes stroking soft things, and he offers to let her feel her hair. When he reset too tightly, he shouted. In an attempt to shut him up, he accidentally broke his neck. Lenny flashed back to the pond on the Salinas River, where Churchy designed it as the meeting place if one of them got into trouble. When the people at the ranch discover what has happened and gather together at the lynch party, Churchy joins Lenny. Much to Lenny's surprise, Churchy is not mad at him for doing a bad thing. Churchy begins to tell Lenny the story of the farm they will have together. As he described the rabbit Lenny was going to care for, the sound of the lynch party approaching grew louder. Churchy shot his friend in the back of the head. When the others arrive, Churchy lets them believe that Lenny has the gun, and Churchy grabbed it and shot it. Only Slim understood what really happened. That Churchy had killed his friend out of compassion. Slim comfortably took him away, and another man, utterly bewildered, watched them leave.